Leaving the Queenstown region behind, I travelled to Winton in Southland. The green hills are perfect for dairying, but at Blue River Dairy, they milk sheep. It's turned into handcrafted cheese and premium dairy products, but it all starts down on the farm. Keith, look what I've got. She's a feisty one.
Ship it is. Look at you. Hang on, don't let it go. We've got her. Oops. Yep. Oops. Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
3 weeks old, yeah. So she's going to grow up to be one of your milking sheep?
Milking sheep. Hopefully 15 months she'll be on a platform and milking.
Should we let her go?
We'll let her go and she can head back to the rest.
Off you go. So whereabouts are you exporting to? And what kind of products are you making out of the sheep milk?
Products that we're making out of the sheep milk, we started off with cheese. So we've got about 5 types of cheese, from halloumi through to fetas and pecorino and cheddars and so on. We are looking at yogurts. We make ice cream. And then we have our own dryer, so we were creating milk powder, which we were selling in bulk.
And that's now all over Asia?
All over Asia, mainly into China.
Yeah.
It's snapping up everything that we can produce. So we've recently put in a new development, I should say, whereby it's a wet blending plant and a canning line. So we are just about to launch infant formula.
Look at this farm. You've got amazing lush green grass, which must end up producing the best quality milk.
We're incredibly lucky. As you can see, here's the weather. Yeah. Most people underrate it. There's the pasture. We have God's watering can. It's regular. This is Southland at its best. So it's an easy story to tell, and once people see it, they also believe it. And so what we're looking at is converting this into a fine product.
The tradition of milking sheep goes back centuries, particularly in the Middle East and Mediterranean. Blue River Dairy milks 26,000 sheep at properties all over Southland. East Frisian sheep have been crossed with some local breeds, so they're tough enough to handle the southern winters. So they just go straight on?
Just straight on. Yep.
Oh, look. It's just milking straight away. How much milk comes out of it?
They can average between 500 to a litre.
Okay.
Some the high producers can be over a litre.
Yep.
So obviously nowhere near as much as a cow, but still.
No. Shall I try this one? Shall I try this one? Ooh. Yes. I'm getting good at this.
Just like that.
They're all going. Oh, everything's under control. All the milk goes to Blue River Dairy's factory in Invercargill, where it's turned into premium dairy products.
And these have been pressing for 3 hours. They're what I call my sheep's milk Colby.
So the pressing is meant to get some of the whey out?
Just remove more of the moisture, yes, more of the whey.
And so it needs to press for a few hours, and then what happens after it?
3 hours.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yes,
it's
about 2 kgs. And that'll now be left overnight, and tomorrow morning we'll vac pack it, put it in vacuum packs, and it'll be kept at 12 degrees until its maturity reaches the required one, probably about 3 to 4 months. You've got to realise this is live. This is a live...
It's got live cultures
exactly.
and bacteria.
It's a living thing.
Yeah. So they're almost like your little pets.
They are.
They're live.
I feel like a nursery. Yeah, it is.
You've really got to look after them. It's about the same weight as a small baby too.
They do, yeah.
Blue River Dairy has its own cafe and tasting room. I'm going to try my first ever coffee made with sheep milk.
And here's a selection of your cheeses.
Yum.
Can I interest you in your sheep milk coffee?
Yes, please. This is going to be a first. I've never had a sheep milk coffee.
I hope you enjoy it. You'll find it a lot sweeter and creamier with the sheep milk.
It's really creamy, very creamy. Do you know what? If I'm going to be completely honest, if I ordered a coffee in a cafe and was delivered this, I wouldn't know that it was sheep's milk.
You wouldn't?
No. So this is the feta.
You'll find it quite creamy. Not your acidic, salty, normal feta.
Oh gosh, that's good. That's a really lovely feta. Yeah, very soft, very creamy, nice and salty. That's delicious. I'm heading back to the farm to do some cooking with an audience of sheep. I'm going to make some summer rolls using eggplant and Blue River Dairy's sheep feta. This is a really simple, easy canapé to make. Start off with a couple of eggplants. So very carefully and thinly slice the eggplant lengthways. Out of one eggplant, you should get about 10 to 12 slices. Now we need to make a flavoured oil. So get about 1/4 cup of olive oil, some finely minced garlic, about 2 to 3 cloves, and some fresh thyme or rosemary. I'll use some fresh thyme. And this is what we'll use to brush the eggplant slices with. Mix it all around. Okay, now for the eggplant slices. So lay them out flat on a chopping board. Season with a little bit of salt. Get your grill pan nice and hot, and then place the eggplant in the oiled side down. This is a great canapé to have in summer, especially if the barbecue's going. Grill them for about 3 to 5 minutes on each side until you've got nice grill marks on them. These look perfectly done now. So they're actually quite delicate when they're cooked because they're really soft, so just pick them up carefully. Perfect. Set them aside to cool for a few minutes, and let's just quickly prepare the feta and the capsicum. So here's this gorgeous Tussock Creek feta from Blue River Dairy. This feta is amazing. It's got such an intense flavour, yet it's still really creamy and melts in your mouth at the end. So we need about 12 little slices. Now we need some roast capsicum slices. You can roast the capsicums yourself on the barbecue or in the grill pan if you like. So again, we need 12 slices. Put a piece of that Tussock Creek feta in the middle. The piece can be as big as you like. A piece of capsicum on top. And now I usually use basil leaves, but we couldn't find any basil today, so we've got flat leaf parsley instead, which will be just as nice. A few leaves, and then all you have to do is roll them up. There we go. There's your summer feta rolls with grilled eggplant, char-grilled capsicum, and that wonderful Tussock Creek Blue River Dairy feta. My second recipe is made from sheep milk powder. I'm going to make a soft fresh cheese called labneh, which comes from the Middle East. So for 1 litre of water, you need about 10 scoops. Stir it up. I'm just going to try a little bit of this milk. It's really creamy. So pour your sheep milk into a jar. And now to make yogurt, we actually need a little bit of yogurt to start it off with. I probably need about 2 to 3 good tablespoons. There you go, that should be enough. But now what we have to do is wrap it up to keep it nice and warm and put it away in a warm place like a hot water cupboard. So this has been kept warm in a hot water cupboard for about 8 hours or overnight. So let's have a look. So what we should have is a nice smooth yogurt. There we go. So to turn the yogurt into a soft fresh cheese, we need to drain the whey away from it. So pour it into the sieve that's been lined with the muslin cloth. Leave the yogurt to drain for about 6 hours until you have a soft cheese. Then season with salt. Add cumin seeds, lemon zest, and plenty of fresh mint and dill. This soft fresh cheese is really nice served on pieces of bread with some balsamic tomatoes. Heat a little bit of olive oil in a pan. So when the oil's nice and hot, we can put in the tomatoes. Ooh, got a bit of flame on them. So now you can add some balsamic vinegar. And just let the vinegar reduce, which will only take about a minute. Perfect. And that's your balsamic tomatoes. So ready to plate up. All we need is some fresh bread. I've got some ciabatta bread here. Spread on some of this labneh. And now the tomatoes. So there's your soft fresh herb cheese or labneh with balsamic tomatoes. What do you think, girls? Would you like one of these, Chris?
Oh, I'd love one, thank you.
This has got the Tussock Creek feta in it. Keith?
Nadia, it looks delicious. This is unbelievable.
Magic day, magic food.
What have I got in here?
There's mint and dill, lemon and cumin seeds.
I'm quite a good cook, but nothing like this.